Hello everyone, welcome back once again to Career Q, a place to curate your career. So in today's video, I have two big news for you. One is a good news and the other one is not so good news, or you can call it a bad news actually. But before starting the video, if you are new to the channel and have not yet subscribed, then let me tell you that in this channel, we talk all about tech updates, software updates and organizational updates. If any of these topics are of an interest to you, you might want to hit the subscribe button and also press on the bell icon so that you do not miss another video from us. With that being said, let's get started. So let's start with the good news and then we'll delve down deeper into what the bad news or not so good news is. So the good news is that organizations have now started giving onboardings to their freshers, especially the fresher batch that had been pending since 2021, 2022. These organizations have started giving onboarding to such freshers, and big organizations like TCS, Accenture, everywhere we are hearing that trainings are being conducted, which is why even this phenomena of going or reporting to the nearest location has been omitted. As I have already said in my previous videos, that the organizations have now stopped giving this facility as well, that an employee can report to the nearest location, and now each employee have to report to their particular base location and only that particular location, nowhere else can they report. And this is a measure conducted or taken because there are several centers wherein they are conducting the training of these freshers, which is why they have removed the other or extra employees that might be reporting to that center, such that they have the training rooms back to them and they can give the trainings to their new freshers. So this is about it. However, there is one change in the prospect, or one change in the rule which has come recently, and which is why it is not so good news. So this is a news that has come in recently, and this is not specific just for the freshers. It is also there for experienced candidates, everybody who is joining in a new organization and is getting or about to get his or her onboarding. This applies to one and all. Organizations had terminated so many employees. Many cases were going on in the courts since long, and now we have heard something from the highest court, that is the Supreme Court. We have heard something which is not so happy for the IT employees and actually not in favor of us, but whatever the court says, we have to abide by the law. So according to Supreme Court, if a person is in his or her probation period and is not showing or working enough, not showing his or her caliber, and is not yet a permanent employee within the organization, then the organization has all the rights to remove that person on the grounds of poor performance. There are two kinds of termination or two kinds of firing that the organizations generally do. Now the first one is called simpliciter termination or simpliciter firing, and there is another one which is called punitive termination or punitive firing. The Supreme Court talked about both these types of termination, and we'll further understand what both of these terms mean and what is actually implied. So the first term, that is the simpliciter firing or simpliciter termination, is one in which the Supreme Court has said that if the employee is on his probation period and is not showing his capacity enough, and the organization feels that they have done or made a wrong decision by taking in the employee, and the employee is not able to perform as per their expectations, then the organization has all the rights to remove the employee, and the organization need not give any reason. The ground of poor performance is more than valid a ground, and the organization can remove any of its employee anytime without giving the employee prior notice on grounds of poor performance. Yes. So, if an employee is not performing well and the organizer feels that, well, he is not giving me enough, he is not much of an asset to the company, then the organization can fire you without giving a proper explanation. The very reason that you are not working enough or you are not working as per our expectations or your performance is not good, that is completely valid, and the organizer needn't give the employee or anybody any further reasoning or any notice as such, the employee can there and then be terminated, and there will be no proceeding, no case, nowhere. Yeah, that is how much power the Supreme Court has given the employers. You can see. And the another term, that is punitive firing or punitive termination, is when the employee has done something wrong, has misconducted himself, has broken some laws, there is some wrongdoing. Then in that case, the organizer cannot terminate that employee straightforward without giving any notice. No, the employer needs to show or needs to take proper inquiry, do a proper inquiry of the entire system, reach a conclusion. And if somebody goes and says that I was removed on base of punitive termination, then your case can be taken up to the court, because there should be proper inquiry happening, there should be proper paperwork happening, and there should be a proper notice given to the employee that because of this particular reason and that you have done or misconducted yourself within this time at this place with this employee, whatever be the reason, because of this you are being terminated. And punitive is kind of a punishment that the employer gives if the employee has broken any law, any norm, anything that has been mentioned in the offer letter, etc., etc. So if any such thing happens, then punitive termination can take place, and punitive termination has to be followed or has to be pre-followed with proper inquiry and everything. There should be enough paperwork and everything. But simplicity of firing is something that is a problematic thing and is not so much of a good news. We all know that these employers, they don't straight away give us or make us their permanent employees, except a few organizations. Like when I was in PwC, I was their permanent employee from the very first day, so they do not have any probation period. However, within Capgemini, when I was working with Capgemini, I know that they have their probation period of 6 months, and within my current organization also they have their probation period as 3 months. However, I also know that there are several other organizations who have their probation period for as long as 1 year. So yes, 1 year, for 1 year you have to keep on working, and you have to keep on working as per their expectations, because if you do not do so, then the employer has all the rights. They can remove you anytime on grounds of poor performance. So this is something that has come as a shocker and is not so much of a good news, neither for the freshers nor for the experienced people, because in any which way we all have to serve a probation period. It completely depends on the policies that the employer is following within the organization. So this rule that has come out, it has come out for all service-based companies and all product-based companies. They have not named any startups, but all the service and product-based companies are now, or from now on, will be following these kind of rules. And this actually doesn't work much in our favor, is what I want to say. And if you are somebody who is joining in a new organization, then please at least now, because the law has been completely favoring the employer, so now please take care that your probation period is as small as possible. Try to join those organizations who have a lesser amount of probation period, because they might exploit you, they might use this for their benefit, and then they might remove you on grounds of poor performance, and you will have no say on it. However many hours you do your work, you have to fill 8 or 9 hours on your time card. We all know that. So there will be no way, and there will be no hearing also, because the Supreme Court has said as such. So yeah, try to take this also as a consideration. When you are looking out for a new job or when you're searching for a new employer, try to look out for this thing also, as to the organization that you're going to join. Just join those organizations who have lesser amount of probation period. So yeah, that's all that I have for you in today's video. I hope that I have been able to communicate with you a very important and shocking but very important news, because everybody needs to know, because IT works on basis of new jobs and switching and notice period and all of these terms. So yeah, we need to know what all is running behind and what all laws are being enforced within the IT or the labor market. So I hope that this video has been useful to you. If there is any other thing that you want to add, you want to share your thoughts, put them down in the comment section. Also, if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done that. I'll come again tomorrow with another new video. Till then, stay tuned to Career Q. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.